Our world is defined by ever-increasing complexity and fast-paced change. Technology, it's true to say, is the game changer, with artificial intelligence redefining the value of knowledge. And that's a call to action. At ESF, we strive to provide a model of education that's relevant not just for today, but also for tomorrow. We're looking to do things differently. We're looking to constrict the prescribed what we do, and in doing so, to enlarge the freedom to innovate for teachers to truly be given the space and time to find new and better ways of doing things. Our strategy, quite simply, is one of alignment, agility and accountability. And that's a professional learning community and a culture of collegiality and accountability. Never has it been so important for teachers to be consciously competent in the classroom, given time and space to find the better ways of doing things for students. We believe in doing this, we will truly create conditions where our students will have an education worth having.
We introduced deep learning about 12 months ago as a way of taking a whole school approach to developing more meaningful learning and responding to the global competencies that transcend the boundaries of subject-based outcomes. We were inspired by a quote that deep learning should not be left to a few innovative teachers, and therefore we planned from the very beginning that all leaders, teachers and support staff would be involved in learning about new pedagogies. We were very deliberate in positioning deep learning as a set of tools and processes and a methodology that could underpin and bring coherence to our work across the whole school, in addition to strengthening and deepening learning for children. And as we've moved forward, the frameworks have been invaluable in supporting our work in lots of different ways. So by engaging teachers in reflection of their practice, by supporting our strategic improvement planning, and by influencing the design of learning for all of our children.
The deep learning framework became the driving force of all our transition work. Using the 4 design elements brought coherence to our framework, and we've been so much more comprehensive throughout the process. In the past, we focused on sharing data and information with our feeder primary schools, but this year we took a different approach. We looked at transition through the deep learning lens and applied the learning design elements to our planning. Once we did that, we quickly realized that we had to be much more intentional in some of the areas. Before we planned the transitional experiences for our students, we didn't really consider the element of leverage and digital. However, once we started using the learning design elements, technology actually became an accelerator of deep learning. We used a range of digital tools such as GoPros and iPads to support our students in reflecting on the experience on a deeper level, but also to continue exploring the virtual environment of their primary schools, anytime, anywhere and with anybody. The Year 1 and kindergarten students were able to learn from each other and engage in authentic cooperative play and peer modeling. This experience required everyone to collaborate, leaders, teachers, students and families, and led to structures and processes that empowered us to build strong partnerships, trust, a collective capacity across schools and communities.
The school has built a strong ethos around working in partnership with parents over many years. We believe that close partnership with families enhances the educational outcomes for children. The partnerships allow our family to have a more complete understanding of the curriculum and the pedagogy, so they can support their child at home. The school also hosts a range of parent workshops over the year. These workshops increase parents' understanding of child development and provide practical suggestions about how to support their child at home. During the transition process, we arranged a workshop for parents together with the Vice Principal from one of the feeder primary schools. In this way, our parents had a chance to think about some of the ways to support their child's transition, but also they had an opportunity to build a relationship with a key person in the new school.
Transitioning from kindergarten to primary 1 was seamless, drama-free and also stress-free for the parents this year. Largely very much due to all the good work which the 2 schools have done in collaborating with each other. Olivia arrived at school on the first day not fearful at all. She was excited. She recognised the surroundings and she knew her class teacher well at that time. And on top of that, she was placed in a class with other students from the same kindergarten, and now every day she looks forward to going to school and having fun.
As part of our transition process, we sat down as a team and reviewed the experiences that we've previously been able to offer our children. We noticed that there was a gap in that the children were only able to visit their feeder schools but not actually experience learning in the classrooms. To fill that gap, we organised a Makers Ed event where the children were able to go into the classrooms and work with the teachers there. When we looked at Makers Ed through pedagogical practices, we realised it gave us the tools to strengthen the experience for the children. Approaching transition through the Makers Ed experience really helped the students to have an exciting, hands-on day and feel more comfortable with the primary school they were transitioning into.
We used an outdoor learning environment programme called Forest Schools to support those children who had maybe anxieties, concerns about moving to primary school, to help them really build strong partnerships with the other children that were going to their school or with their new Year 1 teachers. Using the outdoor learning environment in this relaxed way, it really helped those children build the confidence and build on excitement to move to their primary schools. When planning transition experiences for children with additional needs, we use the cues and prompts to focus on learning environments and learning partnerships, and how we could plan experiences for the children that will build resilience, confidence, and have a positive impact on their well-being.
We took part in the NPDL moderation process with our cluster schools and evaluated the transition experience against the rubrics of the learning design framework. This helped us to identify some areas we want to further develop. We felt that we were really strong in terms of our learning environments and partnerships, but wanted to accelerate pedagogical practices and leveraging digital. Some ideas included involving our students in designing the learning engagements for the transition day and using VR equipment as a way to explore the virtual environment.
Our involvement with the Deep Learning Network has helped us to look beyond learning as a series of lessons in the classroom, and helped us to understand that the development of student competencies is about the whole student experience. We've begun to think differently at school now, and have started to think about how the whole student experience can be curated and crafted in such a way that develops competencies and success for every child.